I don't always remember what the little circle means, but now I know. Aha! So we are recording. Of course, welcome everyone to Bernie Maskman Presents. This, of course, is a live recording of our internet sensation. That's right, sensation. I can say that because no one believes anything anymore. That's the beauty of it. Facts don't matter. Listen, we are so happy to be here. Of course, a true story. Please, round of applause for True Story that always has us here in the lovely auspices of Crestwood in beautiful Birmingham, Alabama. As you might well know, I'm Bernie Maskman. This, of course, my band. This, my producer, not Pete. And normally my man Pete would come out here and warm you up, but Pete had to not be here. So he is not here, and there you go. So we were thinking about it, what we wanted to do for this month. We were going through our list of ideas for themes, and we thought, well, on the 7th of April is National Beer Day. Yes, there were some raised glasses. National Beer Day. It's a fine thing to celebrate, in my personal opinion. Beer is one of those that it's been with us historically. It's been with us for years. The Egyptians made beer and gave it to their workers. That was a hunk of bread and beer. That was what they got for their lunch, because at that time the beer was safer to drink than water and full of vitamins. That's right, very British. And so it's been with us for a very long time. There's whole civilizations built upon beer. Britain, big beer drinkers. Ireland, very big beer drinkers. The whole civilization is built upon beer. The U.S. is built on beer. I had a chance some years back to go to a tavern in Philadelphia. It was one of the very first, it's called the Old Town Tavern. It is in Philadelphia. It is on the exact spot where the original Old Town Tavern was, because it burnt, but they built it to the exact specifications from the old blueprints, and that was the tavern where George Washington and all of his cohorts would gather together for drinks at the end of a day in Philadelphia. And I got to have 4 historic beers at the Old Town Tavern. One was a beer made called for George Washington. It was the original recipe they made at the Old Town Tavern. That a beer from Thomas Jefferson. The recipe was out of his own writings. The Alexander Hamilton was simply a beer recipe that was from that era, but Alexander Hamilton was, nowadays is all the big rage for those people that sort of know some history. And the Ben Franklin was a juniper-flavored beer made from a recipe he had written down in some of his writings. And it just goes to show you it has no place in U.S. history. That was horrific. That was an abomination against beer drinkers in America itself. Now, I'm not saying that old $100 bill Ben Franklin wasn't an amazing inventor, a bit of a carouser, but his beer's horrible. But we're not about horrible beers, we're about good beers and what it means to drink with friends. That's the thing about beer, is it brings people together, whether it be drinking in celebration of something, job-related or family-related. You raise a glass to a newborn baby. Not to a newborn baby. Don't give them beer. Not yet. Give them time. Or maybe you're drinking because of the sorrows. You've got the boo-hoos, and you got yourself, you drink because of that. Sure, that's one of the many reasons. Maybe you drink because you just finished one of those marathons. You drink the skinny can of weird beer that everybody thinks is somehow makes you active. It's bullshit marketing, but it is indeed a beer, and there you go. I wouldn't suggest it, but I'm a bit of a beer snob myself. I like very special beers, very fancy. I'll drink anything. I'll give it a shot. But I'm a bit of a snob when it comes to my beer. Of course, I did some traveling, went to England, found that my favorite beer of all is brewed in England and not distributed in the U.S. So, that goes to show you how much beer affects your world. You see, I sit alone at night thinking about that beautiful beer, that lovely pub that I sat at, drinking my favorite drink, and now I'm here in this place. And the one thing that might make it better is the perfect beer, but I don't have it. So I got to get through that. That's pushing through. That's that right there. That's called character building. It's going to make me a better person in the long run. I've been character building for 50 years. I don't know whether I have any character, but by God, I should by this point. I don't know what it looks like, but I'm guessing it looks like tears. So, beer has been with us. It is certainly a part of our lives. It's certainly something that we celebrate. It pulls us together. It brings us together. Some of the best times that I can't remember were brought to me by beer. We also have sponsors tonight. One of the things that we've been working with for a while now is we got flickering lights. It's no big deal. Don't worry about it. I thought I was having a stroke, but it's fine. We're fine. We're fine, guys. It looks like I'm under a strobe. It's fine. We've got some sponsors tonight, of course. One of the things that we've been working with is, as I said, this is a live recording of our YouTube show. And all the best podcasts out there have sponsorships. But, these sponsorships, you gotta have listeners or viewers or popularity. So we just reached out and got ourselves some sponsors from an overarching umbrella corporation. So they will be our main sponsor, but then we'll be independently sponsored by all of their subsidiaries. So this segment, my Bernie monologue for the night, it was been brought to you. Let's big round of applause for Ray Clayton Industries, our corporate sponsor, Ray Clayton Industries. They're an amazing organization that is building America one random product at a time. And they, of course, every great podcast, of course, has been sponsored by a mattress company of some sort. And we're no different, by golly. Their mattresses might come in a box and be sold for $100, and you can send it back in 100 days, and regardless of the stains. But these are layback mattresses from Ray Clayton Industries. Of course, they say right here we don't use fancy materials or highfalutin eco practices. Highfalutin? I didn't know what that's weird. They do not use fancy materials or eco practices, which seems strange. It is roughly in the shape of a bed frame, so don't worry about it. That's speculative on their thing, but their tag phrase, layback mattresses. Just lay back and think about the savings. Well, that's nice. So get yourself a mattress, and you can sleep well at night knowing that you've helped Bernie Maskman Presents by virtue of buying into a large conglomerate corporation that we do not know where the money goes. So, I tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, we got a great show for you tonight. We got a couple of great guests. So my first guest is a very important person in the world of beer, certainly, and beverages. We've got Mr. Brad Sparks of the National Beverage Association. Mr. Sparks, come on up here. Thank you so much. Mr. Brad Sparks, hello, sir. Welcome.
Great to be here, Bernie. Thanks for having me.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. Well, we, when we decided upon this, we thought, well, sometimes we have guests that are just on here to promote something just independently, but I thought, what better way to help promote the world of drinks than by having a member of the National Beverage Association?
Well, now I'm not a member of the council. I work for the National Beverage Association.
Okay.
I'm in marketing, and
got you.
I don't know if you know, you probably haven't heard about this, but based on our research, 800% of Generation Z doesn't drink alcohol.
800?
Sales are down.
Okay.
So they have sent me on a fact-finding mission to travel these United States to see what's going on with Gen Z, as I am the youngest member of the National Beverage Council they sent me.
Ah, okay. You're down with the kids.
Well, I have a kid. Does that count?
Okay. So the National Beverage Association, of course, they're working towards this, wondering what types of beverages are being drank, and they're saying that Gen Z just does not drink alcohol like, say, past generations did.
Our research shows that they do not like the destructive effects of it. Right.
Okay, well, I mean, that makes sense, as we all know, we probably have all felt that at times, but I suppose that is a thing where the whole generation is finding that it's a problem.
I don't understand how they come home from work and talk to their families without getting drunk.
Well, no, I can understand that. I mean, it's families can be difficult, but maybe they've just found other coping mechanisms. Maybe just they found something outside of alcohol.
Well, our research has shown that big weed is a huge problem for us.
Big weed, is that a thing? I look at you, band, because that's what all.
Yeah, I bet he knows. I bet this guy knows.
Musicians, you know how they are.
That's right, with their jazz cigarettes.
Yeah, left-hand cigarettes. I know what you're talking about.
That's right. So they've replaced good old-fashioned American alcohol with marijuana.
Oh, well, now I'm not here to displace it. I mean, you know, wherever it's natural, ish. And so I'm sure that, well, maybe that's just the nature of the beast. It's a cyclical thing.
Well, I just don't understand. What happened to the 9-martini lunch, Bernie?
Yes, yeah. Well, I think that was definitely an unusual time in our certainly our nation. I feel like that 60s and 70s of getting slightly tipsy or completely hammered right in the middle of the workday. It seemed like it might not be the most productive way to spend your time.
Absolutely not. And also, we're down with veterans as well.
Really?
Now, I don't know about you. My father served in the Vietnam War, and he liked to drink that down, if you know what I mean.
Ah, yes.
Kept it on the inside.
Yes.
Yes. Did some open weeping after his 12th beer, but he kept it down. And we really, I don't know if this new war is going to help out or not.
Oh, no.
We're looking forward to seeing what the results are.
Oh, by the way, and just by accident, it reminded me. This segment, ladies and gentlemen, is brought to you by
the Iran War.
No, by Shove It Down Counseling. We all got problems. Boo-hoo. Shove It Down Counseling. If it was good enough for Granddad, don't be a baby. Okay, that's I just had to
we work. I came up with that. We work with them.
Oh, excellent! Yeah,
we supply the drug that helps shove it all down.
Well, okay, but that's the thing. I think that may be what the younger generation is not really feeling, is that sense that they can talk it out rather than tamping it all down. And I'm with kind of. I think it's healthy to talk it out and you know.
Well, our research shows that is not true.
Oh, okay. Well, I certainly wouldn't want to argue with your research.
It is healthier to keep it all down until you die. And then, provided there's an afterlife, you can sort out your issues on the other side.
Okay. So it's more of a hedging your bets on that the backside.
That's right. The back nine, as we like to call it in the industry. You want to take care of your emotional issues there. While you're here in life, you just want to be a good citizen. Have, what we recommend is 15 to 17 drinks a day. And then tamp the emotions down, pass out, fall asleep. It's a sleep aid. I don't know if you guys know that alcohol is a great sleep aid.
Well, okay. Well, I think, I've heard a lot of...
Also, if you want to sleep with someone else, it's a fantastic aid as well, if you know what I mean.
Yes, well, that's oftentimes I think about that was this new generation with all of their efforts to not drink. I think, well, then, how are you going to create memories or destroy memories?
Absolutely. I have a lot of memories I've forgotten through the years because of alcohol, but we have some new products, I think, that are going to help Generation Z.
Okay. Well, I'm always up for products. As I say, we're always here to work on products, product placements, anything that brings old daddy the moolah. So what do you got there?
So we've got old granddad, new granddad whiskey, okay? Now, What this is, it's Viagra-infused whiskey.
Okay.
So when you can't perform, you can perform.
Ah,
if you know what I
gotcha,
mean.
Gotcha. Okay.
Absolutely. Whiskey dick is now a thing of the past.
Oh well, that is. I guess that's an exciting breakthrough. I hate to use the word breakthrough. It feels dirty.
We're very excited about it. The monkeys we tried this out on,
Ooh,
their breeding went up
it seems like a really hard week.
1.8%.
Okay, well, that's it is percentages, and I suppose that is the best we can hope for. But
We do work with the National Council of Zoos.
Oh, okay. Well,
That's right.
That's disheartening. But I gotta say though, what do you say? Okay, so we discussed the fact that the young people aren't drinking as much. We're working on new ways to to outreach to them. Is there anything that you can do to kind of touch base with the youth?
Well, we have an Instagram. We have
Oh, wow.
we have a TikTok.
Okay.
We have a lot of things that a 49-year-old man like myself thinks that the youth will enjoy.
Yes.
We're sponsoring what we call singles nights at bars, okay?
Okay.
Where you can hit someone with a bottle to the left if you like them, or hit them to the right if you don't.
Ah.
So it's we're sort of taking the idea of
Taking that
the dating website and
app,
doing it in real life.
but
Right? We're meeting
physically-
them physically.
Okay.
Right.
It feels, and far be it for me to question your research, but it feels like that might be problematic in a large bar or club setting to physically hit someone with a beer bottle.
Well, you see, that's why you sign some legal papers when you enter the bar that
yes.
indemnifies us
Yes.
from the National Beverage Council from any sort of lawsuit. You're personally responsible for what happens after that, but we have no
Waivers.
legal-
That is that is the trick. Well, I'm certainly it's the magic of American law, waivers.
Absolutely.
Well, I think this has been really this has been pretty eye-opening. I would say we've covered a lot of ground. I do hope that throughout your research you find a new way, because I do hope that kids understand that I wouldn't suggest maybe as many drinks as you've said, but I think that drinking is alcoholic beverages is
Great American tradition. That's right, Bernie.
well, I wasn't going to say great American tradition, but I would say that it is something that everyone finds their way through. I think some people may have a problem with it. You definitely have to know that about yourself and move past that. I think, though, that it is, how can I say this and not seem mean? Way cooler than energy drinks. It's just, I'm going to just put it out
Absolutely.
there.
I mean,
Just I want to say it for all you kids out there drinking your black splatter or your Monster or your whatever other ones that are.
who's going to chug an energy drink, huh?
No.
Who's going to drink a keg of an energy drink
What you
upside
need is
down?
something. What you need is something in an old styley can that has the name of some German guy that probably was a Nazi, but is old style beer. That's the can. Not old style beer. That's a different. That's actually a brand. We don't do that. We don't have them as a sponsor yet. But
Right.
but I do want to say
Von Braun beer.
yes. Well,
Yes. For the local market here.
well, I wasn't necessarily going to call out specific possible war crimes. But thank you so much, Mr. Brad Sparks.
Hey,
Ladies and
glad to be
gentlemen,
here. Thank you for
Brad
having
Sparks.
me. Kids,
Nice.
drink more. Drink more. Thank you.
Oh, that is. It's nice to maybe do. We didn't do much harm, right? I mean, hey, this is the thing about trying out. You got markets. You got to work out the kinks. You want these beer companies. These are great sponsors. How great would it be to be sponsored by your very own beer? It's always been a dream of mine to have a Bernie branded beer. Maybe even a beer that mimics that English beer that I've always enjoyed, and I don't have it here. I'm not saying that one of the dozen or so breweries in town who insist on making 14 IPAs couldn't maybe take one bit of time out to make your buddy Bernie a nice beer, but it would be nice now, wouldn't it? Yes. Now, of course, that being said, we have to continue on our way. We have more guests, and of course I've got more sponsors here. Let's see what we got here. Oh, this okay. Well, we were talking about this for the kids, for the young and hip. They've sent me some copy. Webby Boo Boo. Webby Boo Boo is a website design company from Ray Clayton Industries. So Webby Boo Boo, do you need help with your online Prezi? Are you not maxing in the PubSec and getting mogged by the Sphere? Webby Boo Boo helps you build the Webby and Ting Tong Bingy Bang Shapoopy. The kids know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying. So, ladies and gentlemen, my next guest is a good friend of the show. He's been with us on many, many occasions, and always a delight to have him. He's a entrepreneur of sorts in town, and I'm interested to see what he's been doing in the world of business. Let's welcome the Fed! Take a seat there, buddy. Oh, it's so good to have you back on the show. We haven't seen you in a while.
It is a pleasure to be back on the Bernie Maskman show.
Well, we are always so glad to see you. You're a man about town. You're a businessman, an entrepreneur. So I got to say, what have you been up to since we last saw you?
Well, normally I'm an importer and exporter, and what I import and export is, well, it's none of your concern. But I do it often. But now I've started a new business, and today is the perfect day to announce it. I have opened a brewery in town.
Oh,
on this auspicious beer day.
Well, that's a good notion. I mean, I would say the market's a bit saturated, but maybe you've got a new twist on it.
Indeed, there are only 3,700 breweries in town.
Yes, and
it is 8-block radius.
And our favorite, True Story Brewing.
True Story Brewing. I know you might think I'm in direct competition with True Story.
Well, I had it crossed my mind. I did worry.
But I am not. My beers are not of the caliber of True Story, but they are very unique.
So you're working more on lines of like not easy drinking, afternoon sipping, more of a specialty beers.
These are hard to drink beers.
Okay, well.
For the sophisticated. Are you familiar with Grey Poco?
Grey Poco, yes, Grey Poco. Not for those of you that if there's one of the 11 views that we get on any single video of somebody outside of the area, you may not know that Grey Poco is a regional grape soda.
Yes, we have a Grey Poco infused beer.
Oh,
yes,
well.
called the Welch's Widow.
Welch's Widow.
Yes.
Excellent. Well, I'm sure it probably has an interesting flavor, certainly.
No, it does not.
Oh, okay.
It is one of those beers that dares you to like it.
Oh, okay. Well, you know what? If I know one thing about the American buying public, it's that sometimes competition is all they need to buy stuff. You've seen those hot chips?
Oh, yes, the hot chips. Much like the Andy Cap chips. I love snacks that are based on British cartoons of wife-beating drunkards.
Well, I mean, note about that. So you've got a line of beers you're working on for your brewery.
Yeah.
And I'm assuming, are you going to have a brick and mortar, or is this just one of those things you're going to be moving around, or what's the plan?
No, we won't have a brick and mortar, just a storefront.
Okay, so you'll have a storefront, but is it going to be stationary?
No, it will be propped up by beams and boards and cement blocks.
Okay, so it will be a storefront.
A facade, I believe is what they call it back in the day.
Okay. So something that's not exactly a whole building, but at least the front end of a building.
Real estate is expensive.
No, I can fully understand.
We found a vacant lot and put up a facade, and then you walk through it, and then you imbibe on our delicious beers.
Wow.
The Welch's Widow, the Iron Crush.
The iron.
It's infused with Orange Crush and iron fortified.
Okay, so I'm getting a feeling that most of it is just beer that you put other things in.
Well, you could say that.
Okay.
because that's true.
Okay, well, that's what I was wondering about. But
It's called innovation, Bernard.
I'm certainly not here to tell you that that anything's not innovative. You're doing a business, and you're the entrepreneur. I am simply just a talk show host trying to get by with my sponsor, Ray Clayton Industries.
Yes, in fact, if you look under your chairs, one lucky customer has one of the samples of my beer. No one? Okay, there he is. He's enjoying it. If you have any loss of hearing or sight, please consult your local doctor.
Sir, don't drink anything you just found off the floor. Just don't. I mean, I certainly don't want to hurt your sweepstakes or whatever this is, but don't drink stuff you randomly found
Don't
off the
worry,
floor.
it's an LLC. I can't be sued.
Okay, well, you know what? Who am I to argue with that? Well, no, I got to say this is it's an interesting thing. Now you've I was going to say exporting and importing as you've done for years and years and years. How were you? It's just okay.
I have varicose veins. It makes it difficult.
No, I understand. But how have the tariffs been working for you?
Oh, the tariffs. The tariffs have been the bane of my existence.
Yeah, I can imagine it creates a bit of a difficulty with your. Again, never asked you what you import. Certainly never asked you what you export. But I do know tariffs can be a bit of a problem for that.
Yes, a lot of people don't know Peeps are not made in America.
Really?
Yes, I import a lot of Peeps from foreign lands.
Foreign Peeps.
Yes, and the tariffs are, well, they're just terrible, especially after the Easter holidays.
Oh, so the tariffs go up after. Well, that. Why, after Easter, would the tariffs go up on a product that would normally be sold at Easter?
Volume.
So it's just sheer volume. The quantity's not there, so we're going to check the price.
Yes, he has risen, and so have the tariff prices.
Okay. Well, fair enough. Fair enough. Well, I gotta say, I mean, these are the types of things that, like, now, again, I always have tried to stay. That's why we've always had a great relationship. We've gone.
We have, Bernard.
We've gone
We have.
Gone
We
on
have Bernard.
relationships. We've gone on vacations together. That time at that all-inclusive resort. We had a great time. I didn't think an all-inclusive in Albania would be the way to go, but you told me this is where the best stuff happens. Turns out, it's not, but it was a good time.
Albania, the Acapulco of the Middle East.
But I will say we've always had a good time. But a part of the reason why I always try to stay outside of your business.
Yes.
But I gotta imagine with the Peeps, are you working in foods, or is it more like, children's activities? What is it?
I do work in foods. Have you ever frequented TJ Maxx? And ventured over to the back near the rugs where all the fancy European snacks are?
Oh, yes.
That was me.
Oh.
Yes, I import all leftover snacks from far-off lands or Newark, New Jersey, whichever comes first.
Yeah, well,
and supply them to TJ Maxx's across this great land of ours.
well, that's one of the. It's good. It's good. I don't really know much about TJ Maxx.
Well,
Exactly.
you should. I'm not a Maxxinista. I'm Southern Baptist. So.
Fair enough. Oh, we should probably let me go. Get my sponsorship. I've been working on getting sponsors for a while. It's been difficult. The market's tricky. I mean, as I say, they always want, like, what are your numbers? What are your download numbers? We'd like to see more than 30 and whatever. Because listen, it's quality, not quantity, and I have the best viewership in quality.
Yes. You're quite resourceful businessman, Bernie.
But
when you get down, you get right back up again. That's why I love you so much.
Okay. Well, I think this is our chance to. We're just. I think this is our chance, though. We're working with Ray Clayton Industries. I think is a good chance for us to really boom in the market. So I just want to do another sponsorship of this. This, ladies and gentlemen, this segment is brought to you by Bertram O. Nelson's Erectile Remedy. Oh, yeah. Boner pill's pretty good.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. pretty good market. You know, they got the hymns and the chews and everything. Yeah, so
Yes, I have spam email. Yes, I'm aware.
yeah, this is the same type of thing, but they do it kind of like old timey. You know, like you'd see a wagon roll up, you know, with a big painted sign on the side.
Handlebar mustaches.
Yeah. Bertram O. Nelson's Erectile Remedy, using only the finest bone marrow from various poached species. We pass the savings on to you. Well, that's nice. That's nice.
Yes.
So it comes in a plain brown wrapper package with our acronym, so it's completely discreet. Bertram O. Nelson's Erectile Remedy.
If they're not an LLC, I would suggest they get into it because the lawsuits are coming.
Yeah, I think it's fine. No, I think it's fine. So thank you very much. That is our sponsor. No, we don't need to applaud sponsors. As long as the cash keeps rolling in, it don't matter.
Of course, Bernie.
So I gotta say, you know, our our time together has always been is something that I've always cherished. A lot of people don't realize that we've spent as much time as we have together.
It is precious, our friendship.
When
so much Fabergé egg.
Yes. Well, and that's the thing is, like, you know, getting out of the when I took a bit of a hiatus from the ring, it was nice to find that I had someone that understood me outside of my the combat sports and just knew me for me, and so it was nice. So I always want to thank. This is the sort of conversations you can have with beer.
Yes, beer. Like my delicious beer at the Fez Brewery or Fezzery.
Yeah, you might want to work on that name, but I think that's the thing is that's what I think you need to focus on is that what brings people together is sitting down with a drink, whether it be flavored like a weird grape soda or a weird orange soda. You can sit down with yourself and your friends and have yourself a drink and a conversation and feel like you got a friend.
That's a wonderful sentiment, Bernie.
Well,
Thank you so much.
Okay, we're not gonna. And that's the thing, you know. Ladies and gentlemen, in this time that we have, in these crazy times that we find ourselves in, regardless of what's going on, whatever, and bring Brad Spark, come on up in here. Come on back up on stage. I want all my guests to be back here and my friends. You see, in these times that we have, it is a crazy time. We don't always know what's coming down the pipe next. You know, business practices can be crazy. We got business ventures. We don't know where they're going to head.
I have no idea at all.
And we've got business ventures that we used to think were traditionally solid and stable, and now we find those statistically they're down 800%. So we don't know what to do with ourselves sometimes. But I think that's the thing that we need to reconcile with, and sometimes, rather than go out and scream into the wind, you sometimes just gotta plant your feet right down, stay right where you are, and have yourself a drink. I could be holding you tonight. I could quit doing wrong, I'll start doing right. You don't care about what I think. Think I'll just stay here and drink. Well, putting it down won't square the deal.
Square the deal.
At least you'll know just how I feel. Take all the money in the bank.
In the bank.
I think I'll just stay here and drink.
Think I'll just stay here and drink.
Listen close and you can hear that loud jukebox playing in my ear.
It's in his ear.
Ain't no woman gonna change the way I think. I think I'll just stay here and drink. Well, hurting me now don't mean a thing.
Don't mean a thing.
Since love is gone, I don't feel no pain.
Don't feel no pain.
My mind ain't nothing but a total blank.
Total blank.
I think I'll just stay here and drink. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Have a good night.
Bernie, I had something called Old Granddad, Young Granddad, and I feel a tingling in my nethers.